HS, how's it going? Do, 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 do. Where'd I put the drives at? I think I put them over there. Alright. Yeah, so that's that. And then we just need the drives. Alright. What are you fixing in the cube? How are you? I'm doing good. I am fixing the uh I'm just gonna be fixing the cube itself because oh, there we go. So the drive just isn't working for it, so the disk drive. So I'm just gonna be replacing that. And I got some other cubes that I gotta look into and stuff. But yeah. Alright. Cool. Alright, so this is a Japanese laser. That's what it says. Japanese laser. Okay. I want to make sure I'm not putting it on anything. Oop. Should just pop out. There you go. Okay. Alright. Cool. Oh, this whole thing popped out. Interesting. Okay. I think this is just for the drive itself. I don't think this is... Before I had to take this whole thing apart. But I think because it's already off, I think it's fine. And I think we can just put the replacement drive on there. But I'm doing good. I'm just chilling. It's Jover. It's not Jover. I got it under control. Huh. Looks like these wires over here were taken off as well. So luckily we're putting a brand new one on there, so it's fine. I don't even think I bothered testing this one because it was in pieces and stuff, so I was just like, well, might as well just get it. But all you gotta do is put this thing back in there and stuff. But for maybe I tested all of them. I don't know. I don't remember. That goes there. I know I took all of the old ones I had apart. I don't remember if I bothered putting them all back together. Yeah, see? And there's a drive on that one, so. Or it's all together. So, yeah. Alright. So. Alright, so. Well, do it like this. Where you gotta sit. Is it like this? No. No, it's gotta be this way. Somehow. Like that. Oh. There we go. Alright. And then we just gotta take it off. Oh. No, that. Alright. Because you always want to put the screws back in. I'm pretty sure these ones were the small ones. No, I thought they were smaller than this. Do I have smaller screws? I do have smaller screws in this one. Alright, so these are for a different cube. These are for a different cube. These are the ones I'm looking for. These are the droids I'm looking for. Alright, so. Alright, now I just need to find the right bits, and we should be able to get this going. There we go. Now you guys can see what I'm doing. Oh. Alright. Basically, I'm just putting it all back together. And hopefully we can get it working. you're doing it wrong. I don't know, man. All the others seem to be doing just fine. Alright, now we do the screws. So we're gonna put the so these ones should have pins in them. They're gonna be the long ones like that. No, that's not it. It's gonna be or is it? It might be. Yeah, so like that. Alright. And then I see. I see. Yes. That is the way it should go, like that. Okay. It's been a little bit since I screw the other way. No, it's working just fine. What do you mean? Alright. Don't exactly remember the bits I used, but I know I have all of the bits for this here. I'm gonna need this for the other thing. It might be this one right here. It just might be. There's gotta be a different screw that works better than that. That seemed to just. Try this one. There we go. Okay. These are both the same bit, but I'm pretty sure I kind of destroyed the other bit, the topper of the bit, so this one works a lot better than that one. There you go. So that's in there, and now we just gotta screw the other ones in. Yeah, so it was the small ones for this part. No, that's too small. It's too small, too small. Now, let's see. I did have these guys, so I might have been using this. Yeah. Oh man. Oops. Put it in too early, apparently. That's not a problem. Alright, so okay. Alright, so I always forget that I gotta do that part, but it'll be fine without one. But and just like that, the cube is already back together. Just like that. Pretty simple fix. Obviously, I could probably put all the screws back where they should be, but I missed one because I decided to go and put the fan on first and the power supply, but no big deal. One screw isn't going to make it not work. What you doing? I'm fixing a GameCube, or the GameCubes that I own. That's what I'm doing. What did you think of the draft block last night? And how are you? Okay. And we're going to take that tape off because we don't care for tape. We want the GameCube logo on there. Alright. Alright. So, next we got to screw on these guys. And the only way to do that is by putting this on, flipping it over, and attaching this. Or I think I like this one more. I'm not sure if it fits, but yeah, I like this screwdriver a lot better than the other one. But alright, so make sure there's no screws in there already. Whoop. guess it's in. Normally, I could feel it when it. But, alright. You know what? Maybe I am using the wrong one. Ah, much better. Much better. I was like, hold on. I'm looking at the bit over there, and I'm just like, you know what? Maybe I am using the wrong bit. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Oh no! Hold on. We missed a piece. Oh man, we gotta take this off. Oh, at least it's not too far down. All we gotta do is take this off, snap that back on, and we are good to go. But we like our Gamecubes complete, not in total pieces. Although we don't mind if they are in total pieces, but it's a lot better if they aren't. Okay, so we just snap this back on there. Alright, now it's good. Now we can put this on there. Alright. Oh, I just broke it, guys. I broke it. Now this is a Japanese GameCube. Oh. So I would need a Japanese disc in order to run it. But I do have a spare Japanese disc. So I don't have a spare American disc. Although, no, I have 2 spare Japanese discs because I just bought another Japanese GameCube. But yeah. It's interesting. Interesting indeed. I have a ton of Japanese game player disc, but I only have a few that actually need the disc. There we go. Sorry, the bit gets stuck a little bit. Alright. Alright, cool. Now, welcome in, boy from Belgium. Hey, what's wrong with your cubes? I just, these are new cubes. I got a bunch of new cubes in, so I'm kind of just testing out and fixing up the old ones that I had the parts for, just never actually fixed. Because I've just been preoccupied with other things. And all these other screws are going to go in the parts pile. So that way, if any GameCubes need parts, I'll have them. Now, we're going to test it and go from there. Alright, so we're going to need to put this on there. Okay, that. Okay, so let's go to intermission. Alright. Where's the couple verse thing? Right here. Okay. Alright. Then we turn on the cube. It should be under orange cube. What's going on? Don't see it. I know it was just displaying earlier. My should be displaying. Why is it not displaying? That doesn't make sense. Because I was just using an HDMI, so I know it works. Interesting. Why would it not be displaying? The light's on. If I power up another cube, does that display? It does display. Now, what if I turn this off and I power up the orange cube? Does that display? That does display. Okay, so this one might have an issue with the display. If that works. What? No, that fell. Okay. So this one has an issue with the output. It looks fine. I don't see any, like, issues with it. It's not displaying like it should. Let's try it one more time. Because it's powering on and it's showing a red light, so it's telling me it's getting some sort of power, but it's not displaying it. Like, the capture card's not reading it as if it's trying to transmit it. Here. Bad AV? Maybe. Let me try the, because I do have, the white stuff, the old-fashioned stuff here. Right? might be over here. Let's see. Sorry, I got stuff everywhere. Alright, so, we got Game Boy on the charger. We don't need you on the charger. We have the Game Boy player. We got our that. We got a memory card. Got a power supply. Got a controller, and we got the AV cables. I don't know where I put the other AV cables, because pretty sure these weren't that there, but whatever, it's fine. If it works, it works. Let's see. The only thing is it's not going to pop up on the stream if I use the AV cables. So. One moment. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So the other AV cables work. Here, I can. There you guys go. So that does work. Okay. And which we're gonna turn this down a bit. There we go. Alright. So the Gamecube works. It's just it doesn't have a good HDMI drive. It has a good AV drive, which kind of sucks, but either way. As long as it works, then so be it. Well, let's get a Japanese game. Luckily, I have a couple of Japanese games. And let's see what we can do. So we have Coliseum. Get that. Let's do. I don't know. I kind of want to see the Luigi's Mansion on the screen. Something different, something I haven't played before, something I haven't tested. So. And then we're going to plug in the controller. We're gonna reset it because we just put a new disc in there. Now it is a Japanese GameCube, so it should start right up after I put the new disk drive in there. Interesting. The thing is, it doesn't even look like it's wanting to spin. And it's not like I needed to, like, put anything in there. But, let's see. Let's get a cotton swab. Sometimes it just needs to heat up a little bit. But sometimes just putting a cotton swab with alcohol on there will do the trick and kind of get it all nice and clean. Even though it's a brand new disk drive, you know, you don't really know what you're buying on the marketplace. You know, you could, it says disk drive parts, you know, but it may just be not the greatest disk drive. Let's see. Right away. Interesting. Now, if I move this up, does that change anything? No. Interesting. Now, I know it's a Japanese GameCube, but let's see what happens if we put a English thing in there. Does it try reading it at all? It's not even saying there's a disc in there. It's interesting. It's crazy. Wonder why. Wonder why. Interesting, interesting. Well, we can try. We have Coliseum. We know Coliseum works. So, If anything, we can just let it sit for like 10 minutes and maybe it'll start working, but it doesn't even look like it's spinning. Like I don't hear the disc like trying to spin at all. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder why that is. Well, either way, we'll let it sit. We'll let it heat up for a little bit. And we'll go from there. But either way, let's clean this mess up and kind of move forward to the next cube. If that cube doesn't work, then I don't know. I don't know. So it has, we know it has a bad AV cable, but so we're gonna need to buy a new port for that. New HDMI port, so that way we can do that, but it's not necessary because the other AV cable works. But that's a new disk drive, so it can't, it's not like it's like the laser or anything. It could be, it could very well be that, but it's not really likely. Alright, let's try out the next cube. Huh. Interesting. AV ports don't work at all on this one. Okay, so can't fix that one. Not at the moment, because we don't have AV drives. So we need 2 AVs, which I thought this one just needed a disk drive, but maybe not. So let's make a note on here. Or I'll just make a note on my phone, I guess. Or this works. I'm not using these, so. Alright. Alright. Okay. So black, purple, add EV. Okay. Alright. So, we tested that out. We can't fix this one just yet. Alright. It's an error unit. This one we might be able to fix. Alright, so this is a earlier or late model. So this one can only take AVs. And it says it's an error unit. So I think, because the other 2 were error units as well, and I ended up fixing it just by taking it apart and stuff like that. Did you spend a lot of money on those cubes? They were just part cubes, so I spent about like $20 per cube, so it's not too expensive. Interesting. It's a tight fit for the AV cable, and okay. I got one GameCube, the original purple one. I don't know what version it is, but it works perfectly fine. Yeah, that's cool. I could have sworn this one was working. But I don't know. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Either way, the work. All right. Let's see if the purple one wants to light up. Because I know with my original purple one, it does tend to have a an issue. That one goes right away with the disk drive, so I just let it sit for like 10 minutes and it generally works. This one's not seeing like a disk at all. So but it's turning on. Oh, now it works. Okay. So the AV does work on this one. It just didn't want to work that time. Oh, let me... Okay. So we got this one to work. So this is the Black Error Cube Gamecube. And it does in fact show an error. I bought it in like 2022 and 2023. Alright. So, we got it to work, so it doesn't have a bad AV. So it's actually good. Oh, take off the power supply before I start breaking my cubes. Alright, cool. I'm gonna check my Nintendo NES and Super Nintendo and N64 tomorrow. Okay. Sounds cool. Sounds cool. Alright, so let's get inside this guy and see what the issue is. Oops. Now, since that disk drive doesn't want to work for that cube, I might try it in a different cube. Just why is this? I can see it in there. It doesn't want to leave. Interesting. And we don't want to break it either. Just not gripping onto it. Oh, there we go. I don't know how wait, that was the third one? Yeah, oh, okay. That one not in there? Oh. Okay. I misplaced one or... Oh yeah. It came out. Somehow I got it out without realizing it. So, okay. Okay. Now it doesn't look dirty, but there is a lot of carbon dioxide or rust, I guess you would say, on the cube itself on the drive. So that could be a factor in why it's uh, not working. Okay. Alright. Well, the best thing to do is just get started. Oh. Well, let's keep all these over here so we don't lose them. And again, if we can't get that other cube to work, then so be it. But we're going to try our best. That's all we can do. All we can do is try our best. Now, I did notice that one of my other cubes was also an error cube, and I simply unplugged these things and then plugged them back in, and it started working fine, like a lot better. So it could just be a loose cable somewhere. So there's the, I know I had the thing out because it's the last thing I took out of the drawer, but I don't see it right now, which is interesting. Unless I dropped it earlier, as well as the other thing, but I don't see it. Alright. Is that... oh, there it is. I'm just blind, right? I am blind. I am blind. So basically with this tool, I can take the wires out. How many cubes do you have? Too many. Too many cubes. Alright, so I think that's the best. We're going to get that fan wire in there. It doesn't look like it's all the way in, but it'll probably do the job. Alright. I wish I could kind of clean these up a bit, but I don't have like a brush tool. Oh wait, no, I should have that. Let me go check. Bit. As long as I can. Yeah, my drill's over there. Alright. Okay. Oh. A lot. But we have. Well, I'm not going to count the cube that just doesn't work at all, and that because it doesn't have a power supply and it doesn't have a like a way to actually, like, it doesn't have a fan and it doesn't have a power supply, and the laser piece is missing from the thing, so I'm not gonna count that cube. So technically it would be 8 plus 5, so it'd be like 14. Or wait, 10, 12, 13. Yeah, so 13 cubes. Oh wait, no, plus one more because I just bought a brand new working one. So, are you guys shiny hunt on all of them? If I can get them, I don't know. I think I want to do at least 10. I think I'm gonna go to 10 because with the hunts, it's gonna take a really long time to find like the shiny Torchics and stuff like that, and the odds are already against me when I use the emerald cartridges because I guess the time clocks are broken on there. But yeah, we'll see. We will see. We will see. Is this the one I was using? I don't think so, but we're gonna go with it. But yeah, it gets pretty expensive of a setup if you just keep buying more and more cubes. But I'm only gonna stop at like an even or a 5. Like, so I had 5 cubes because it was just easier to count because I manually count it. But I don't know. 10 would be alright. 15's kind of pushing it. I definitely am not going over 15. Like, that's just too expensive. I don't have that much money to kind of put into Game Boy players and stuff like that and Game Boy cubes or Gamecubes. Plus, on the market, you can't really find a lot of Gamecubes anymore, or at least not right now. So a lot of people already bought all the lots and stuff, and there are still some lots, but they're kind of expensive. And I did want to try to snipe a Pokemon XD GameCube, but those go for a lot as well. So I might have to bite the bullet if I really want it, or I could just, buy a decal and replace the GameCube decal with the Pokemon XD decal. It's not too serious. Alright, so we're gonna unplug the wires for the error cube and possibly fix something that wasn't exactly working correctly. That's our goal. That is our goal today. Oh, I forgot I wasn't trying to take this one out, but if it has to come out, then I will take it out. These ones are pretty simple to put back on. Well, it's all pretty simple to put together and put back on and stuff. And if I'm blocking the camera, you can just tell me to, like, move or whatever. Because I'm trying to, make some sort of content, but, like, I also don't want to be blocking the entire camera so you guys can't even see what I'm doing. But yeah, there's just an overwhelming amounts of rust on this one. So, if anything, we might be able to kind of take some of the old boards and then put it on this one, so that way it's, you know, not as rusted or whatever. Wow, that's really on there, huh? Like, it's like, that's probably the first one that I've seen that is like stuck on there. I don't want to bend it, but I've never had them like stuck on there before. Is it supposed to be like that? I thought, man, oh man. Someone like melt it onto there or something? Oh, alright. That was interesting. It was like stuck on the cube itself. Or, it you guys get what I mean. I think those were on backwards, honestly. Like, I don't think those were on correctly. What is this stuff on? It should just pop up. I don't have a brush to clean all that, but sure it'll be fine. I do have a Q-tip I could use to kind of clean it, though. So I guess that'll count as my brush a little bit, as long as it fits. Fits in this one spot, but it's kind of too big for this other spot. Interesting. Now, I'm not seeing too much damage on here. I'm just seeing a ton of rust. And rust is no good. So we're gonna try, here, before we ruin the player, let's take this off of there. It's cool to see you repair them. Thanks. Thank you. Crazy. Alright, cool. Oh, well, that's definitely needs. Alright, where's the... Need a trash bag. Alright. Alright, so we got that cleaned up. Alright. It wasn't too bad, just there's some things on here I wasn't expecting to see. But which is why I should be wearing gloves, but so be it. Oh man, let's bring this over here. I'm gonna have to take out this entire drive real quick. Alright. Okay. That's that. Pretty sure you just like that. That whole thing's supposed to come off, or okay. Cool, cool. Okay. The soldering looks good. Oh. Not gonna let me take that out without that, or think I got everything I wanted out of there just by lifting it up and stuff, so. Alright, now we put the screws back in, and we put the bandwidth back in the cube. Oh. It should just go right in. I don't see why it's... Interesting, interesting. Why are you doing that? That goes in. Hold on. I don't think it goes directly underneath. I think it goes over here. I guess I could shine some light on this. In there? I don't know how. I think I got it. Okay. Interesting. Now there is like some dust on the broadband, which it's fine. No big deal. Okay, cool. So I probably didn't need to take that apart, but I seen some things that I didn't want in there. So I decided to go the extra mile and take those things out. Because with them just being in there, they can cause issues and stuff, so. Just better to get it out of there. And one more. Goat. Thank you, sure, thank you. I should probably move this to the live instead of just on mobile. Because I didn't realize that you guys, I mean, you can see it, but it's better if it's right here. Oh, great. Great. Perfecto. Alright, that looks good, Looks clean. Now I don't know if the disk drive works, because it is an error cube, but we're gonna say it does for now, until we are shown otherwise. But yeah, what I really want to do is I want to get this rust out of here, which is why we took that part off. Okay. Not the best job, but it works. Cool. Oh snap. How much they paying you? Me? I'm paying myself nothing. I definitely got some fucking metal in my eye or something, some dust. But it's all good. It all helps us grow, right? I actually don't have any glasses. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. I mean, it technically does scratch up the surface a bit, but to get the rust grinded out of there, rip. Well, good. Have you tried giving up yet? No, I haven't tried that. Now, I'm not really expecting it to be perfect, because this is all like surface stuff. I just want it to work, you know? And I feel like getting the rust out of there is definitely going to be beneficial. Again, it is all scratched up now, but it's fine. If it gets the rust out, then so be it. Okay. Well, I think that's enough scratching of the tectonic plate, or whatever you want to call it. But for the most part, there's still rust on there, just not as much. So, and we definitely did clean up some of the spots where we wanted to clean up. But yeah. Again, we're not looking for anything perfect. We're just trying to make it work. Because it can work with rust. It's just not a lot of rust. And I know there's probably better ways to restore rust or whatever, but I don't feel like dipping it in Coca-Cola overnight. But okay, let's try putting this back together. Now that we got the rust cleared and stuff, that's not what I'm looking for. Where's the... Oh, disk drive is right here. Cool. Okay. Alright, so... Does this go here? Does it go here? No, that goes here, that goes there. It's just a big puzzle piece at the end of the day. And nobody likes puzzles better than me. There we are. Cool. Now we just need the small screws again. By the way, in nowhere did I ever say I was a professional. Just remember that. I never said I was a professional. Safety last. Yep. Crazy man. Alright, so we got that all situated. Now we gotta plug this bad boy back on there. Just like there. Yes sir, yes sir. Alright, and before we forget this time, we're going to screw this screw in right there, because we're going to forget. I guarantee you we are going to forget to put that screw there. So, and we're not going to realize it until we already put the power supply and fan back on. And then it's going to be too late. Then we're not going to feel like doing it. And then we're just going to leave it for the next cube. for the next person that opens up the cube, which will most likely be me. Oh, well, maybe point the camera where the cube is, man, so you guys can see the good stuff, not whatever, man, not whatever, man. Sometimes taking the rust off does help. It really does. It really does. Alright, if that game does not load by now, then it is the disk drive. For sure, for sure. 100%. Let's see. Does it load? I need the AV cord. Alright. Plug this bad boy in. Let's turn her on. And let's see. Does it read a game? Is there a game in there? There is a game in there. It does not read the game. Oh boy. Alright. And if we try turning it on and back off, or back on, it does not. It reads nothing. Okay. So that one did not work. Now we could try putting that same AV or same disk drive in another GameCube and it might work. It could be that there's just a component that isn't allowing it to work. So either way, let's get back to this cube. We're gonna put these ones on here because I know these ones are better, and yeah, they're just better, man. They're just better. And I think this guy had the thing on backwards, but can't be certain about it, but pretty sure he had them on backwards. Which could be the reason why the cube doesn't work. Very well could be. Like, the ones that I have, they don't touch that corner. Like, it doesn't touch this at all. which is why I'm thinking, because it was the way the guy had it set up, whoever was in the cube last time, it was literally like stuck to this like GameCube piece or the little silver mount. But yeah. So we'll see if it works. If it doesn't, all right. So okay, let's plug that fan in there. It's gotta go somewhere over here. It's gotta go somewhere. There you are. Okay, so 2, 3 at the bottom goes there. Huh. Interesting. I'm guessing somebody didn't screw these ones in last time. Or they left them out. Which is something that I would do. Because we only have 2 screws left over here. So we're gonna have to go into our parts cube supply and get it those extra screws that aren't so extra, they're just for a different cube, but so be it. Okay, plug in the power. Okay, I need, is there another one? There should be another one. I mean, all those screws came from the Japanese cube that I cannot fix at all. And I don't even know if I want to try to fix it because it's just, I would need, even if I get the power supply, a new laser, and whatever else it needs, I'm still gonna have to, well, the thing isn't even on the motherboard anymore, so it definitely, I would probably need to buy a new motherboard for it to kind of actually test it, but either way, alright, I need to do this and that. Alright, these guys are in good, that's in good. Hopefully we put that bandwidth in correctly. Next we gotta put the back on. Right. And then put this part on there. Oh, other way. I had it backwards. Oh man. And you call yourself a professional. No, I do not. I do not call myself a professional. Oh man, oh man, oh man. No, I do not. Oh man. Alright. Alright. Bolts in. Okay. Alright. Time to test out the error cube and see if it works. Alright. Moment of truth. Okay, we got to a different screen this time. Oh man, we still got the error notification though. But it did want to read. So maybe if we just nope. Something. There was a thing that worked for a second there, because it did want to play. So we definitely fixed something. Interesting. Now this is a try putting a game in there just to see if that does anything. I doubt it would change anything, but so be it. Let's try a copy of Coliseum in there. No. Alright. So it's still an error cube. So we gotta figure out what the error is exactly. Now it could just be that there's a ton of rust in there. Or it could be that the motherboard needs to be exchanged. There are plenty of reasons on why there could be an error popping up. But at least we tried it out. Okay. Oh, didn't mean to open that one up. Also, I don't want the game to stay in that cube. Just so... Alright, so... Alright, so these have been tested. Alright, they do not work the way that they probably should be working. Alright, we're gonna wash our hands before we get started with the next one. says AV, so I can definitely tell it's correct there. So switch up. Alright, so AV for those guys. I have my box cutter over here. Hold on, guys. I gotta open up a new box of cubes. I'll be right back. Right back. Okay. Cool. Alright. Alright, guys. What do you think is wrong with the cubes? Tell me. Tell me what you think. In your opinion, what is wrong with the cubes? In your opinion, professional opinion. Man, oh man. Man. Oh no, I lost a subscriber. No way. Dang, bro. I can't believe I lost a sub. No way. It's alright. It's okay. We'll gain subs back. We are just chilling right now, man. We will get to shiny hunting and playing games and stuff. Self-promo. Fixing Gamecubes. Oh man. I forgot to put this in my own live announcements. I mean, I did say I was going to be fixing Gamecubes today, but Wait, sure. Hey, Tokimon, how's it going? Sure, did you end up putting the shiny in the other file? Oh, what file? In the game in Battle Revolution. All right. Battle Revolution. Alright. Good. Just scrolling. How you doing? I'm doing good. We just got these new Gamecubes today. Or, we've had them for a while, but we're opening it up today. We just looked at all the old cubes, kind of jotted down what the errors were that were popping up, and we put in a new disk drive in one of the cubes, but that didn't seem to really work with that one for some reason. So even though it's new to us, it might have been defective. And I mean, we could have put a new disk drive in there, but I don't know what the issue was with that, but so be it. And then we had the other one, which was an error cube, which we can't figure out what the error is, but yeah. Now, these, I'm pretty sure they're all Japanese cubes, these ones. And you can tell that people were smoking around them. Just by the look. Which is generally not good. Generally not good. If they were smoking around them, then there's probably a reason why they are part cubes. Now, right off the bat, I do see damage to the HDMI port. So there's like a little crack right there. And last time we saw that little crack right there, the AV did not work for the digital output, but we can always try the analog output. Right off the bat, doesn't look too dusty, but it could use a cleaning of the fan. Sometimes you just need a new fan. Laser looks good on this. Let's give it a test drive before we take it apart and see if it works. So we're gonna go with the black GameCube. One. Alrighty, it doesn't seem like it wants to go in. Which is issue. Alright, it does turn on. So it turns on. Yeah, so the AV port for the HDMI does not work. So much for that. So let's try the AV for the analog. Okay, so the AV does work for the analog. It's coming up with that message, which makes me think it's an error cube. So we got another error. Okay. So, error cube. Which means you can't test it too much. You know that it's an error. So we're just going to put it to the side for right now. Nothing we could really do with that one until we take it apart and possibly clean it. The silver one did work after, because that one was we did have a silver error cube, and it did work after we took it apart. New box, silver, these, alright, so it looks like, I think it's 1 silver and 3 blacks. So silver, digital AV bad and error cube. Alright, now let's open up the next cube. It's like Christmas, but with cubes. It's the holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. Alright, so this is an original cube. Original that came out. Alright. And you can tell that this one is not as bad as the last one. Comparing each of the cubes, right? That generally looks like the color, right? That could have been from aging, or maybe they did smoke but not as close to the GameCube. So, but yeah, you can actually tell by this slot. For some reason, that slot is the actual color, and this one's not. But either way, yeah. Oh man, oh man. All right, so right off the bat, what do we see? That looks alright. Alright, so we're gonna try the digital AV, because even though it's dusty, it should still work. Good. It's not gonna... Yeah, it's too big to fit in there. Unfortunate. But this one does look okay. It's not cracked or anything. I don't see any exterior issues. The fan looks good. Less dust on the fan for sure. Hi Shiny, sorry I missed one of some of the streams. I was in a different watching a different streamer. It's all good. No worries, no worries. Alright, so we're gonna try the HDMI. Oh, this one started up right away. Okay. You didn't even have time to set up the HDMI. It just wants to get going. Okay. Now, this one might just be an issue with how short that one is. So let's... matter with some of these. So if it doesn't have a light on it, then what's going on? Trying to it seems loose. Why does it seem loose? Does it pop up? No. Digital is not working. So, unfortunate. We're just gonna leave this unplugged so that way that's all good. Let's try analog. Analog does work. So, and it goes through out needing it's not an error cube, so we know that because it goes straight to the screen. So alright, and it says no disk, so that's perfect because there is no disk in there. I'm pretty sure this is a Japanese cube. Yes, it is a Japanese cube. So let's try putting a Japanese game. Okay, so the open button is a bit stuck. It doesn't exactly open up the way that it probably should. We're gonna go with Luigi's Mansion. My friend used to have a GameCube, but he lost it. Oh, dang. Sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that. Okay. It does seem like it's working. It's spinning. Alright. Huh. It could be the disk drive, but that one sounds like it's spinning a lot better than the other ones did. Could not read the disk. Okay, we're gonna let that sit for like 10-15 minutes, and we will look at the other ones. Alright, so black AV badge there, and disk drive. Alright. There's no way for us to really mark these, huh? Because all three of these are black. My nose is better now, by the way. That's awesome. Glad to hear it. How do I mark these? Oh, we could do logo peeled. Alright. Alright. So right off the bat, we can see some discoloration, but it's not as bad as the first one. We can tell that. Alright. Okay, I'm not even gonna try this one because there's no fan. Oh, nope, there is a fan. I'm looking at the wrong end of it. The fan looks pretty clean. It does seem like there's some external damage, like a crack or whatever, towards right here, this corner, but that's fine. That they probably didn't get the screw in all the way, and yeah, but the ports look good. Alright, so interesting. This one has a chance to work, and the power button was on when we opened it up, so maybe they did try to test it. Yeah, there's damage to the bottom of the cube everywhere, so I think there might be an issue with the screw, because normally that only happens when you don't have the proper tool to get the screw out. Is there screws in there? There are the screws are in there. So, okay. And this one isn't black, it's actually a purple cube. So, purple cube, external damage. Alright. So, that one definitely has potential to work. That purple cube definitely does have okay, and we got another purple cube. Alright. Interesting. He did say that they're random, and he had 4 slots available. The AV looks good. The digital AV looks good on this one. It looks good on the other one as well, but yeah. But okay. Cool. Alright. So, I know on that one, it did seem like interesting. Yeah, so I think the disk drive is bad on that one. Unfortunate, but it does happen. It does happen. Alright. Cool. And purple cube, regular. Alright. Here, I can also, yeah, that open button does not want to work. Here. So I think there's definitely a problem with the open button because it keeps jamming with this one. nothing. Alright. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Interesting, interesting. Alright. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to end it here, and probably I'll start streaming some games and stuff. But yeah. Unfortunately, we just weren't able to do everything, but we did kind of see what we were working with the new cubes. And yeah. And the other cubes we just can't fix right now because we don't have the parts. So we're gonna need to get more digital AVs for the cubes and a regular AV. But other than that, we figured out what some of the issues were. I mean, we do have another disk drive that we could put into the black one, but seeing how that last disk drive didn't work with the purple cube, I'm not sure if I want to try it. But either way, we'll try it out eventually. But yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you guys for watching, and bye for now.